Happy New Year. That's a Happy New Year, but I'm here talking about Stranger Things. I watched Stranger Things season 5. I watched it in the theaters, actually. I like the theater experience. That's why I don't understand why people be like the theater's dying. Is it really a popular show that everyone has access to it through streaming? They still went out and chose to watch it in the, but theater's dying apparently. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'm here to talk about Stranger Things because, oh my god, what? Started off with a clear rating. I'm going to have to give this season of Stranger Things like a smooth 6.5. It was okay. I was very disappointed because Stranger Things does a great job of like making the next season better than the last one, and they just did not do it with this one. I don't even think this season was better than season 2. Well, okay, not better than season 3. I know everybody probably has an like opinion. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I'm closer to the hate crowd. Or the just disliked how things went. I just feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, it was just trying to take the easy way out, the happily ever after route. With a show like this, you can't do that. Like, in my mind, this show could have the same effect to some extent as like Game of Thrones does. I'm watching that currently right now too. I don't know. I just feel like because they were trying to take the happily ever after route, it made it super anticlimactic. Really being honest, the most interesting thing that's happened this season is Will being able to tap into Vecna's power. I'm be honest, and that was episode 4. It was super anticlimactic, but I know in my previous video I was like, oh, Will's gonna die. Will was supposed to die. Will was absolutely supposed to die. I think Elle was supposed to die, Will was supposed to die, and one more person that would have like really hit. So my guess would have been like Murray or one of the older kids, but I only say that because you're doing something like this of such great magnitude, it requires great sacrifice. And like killing Callie was not enough. I feel like Callie was like one of them soldiers that like, you knew what you signed up for. It ends how it ends. That was her place. That was her role. She was supposed to be that, and she did that. Saving Will does not make sense, and I'm gonna explain it. Okay, Will is tapped in. He's the sorcerer. He's Will Wise. Tapped into Vecna. This whole episode, Will has been going through Vecna's emotions with them. He's been feeling everything that Henry has been going through, like physically. Is it not crazy that Will didn't die? Or that there was not even a conversation of like Will dying. I just feel like Will was already tapped in enough. The fact that he literally helped bring down Henry, I don't know, it's not making sense. I feel like in that moment, it was supposed to be a moment of like, oh my God, Will's going down too. What are we gonna do? It was definitely supposed to be a conversation of, is saving our friend worth releasing hell on earth? I feel like that was the question they were supposed to go through. Because they're all sitting there like killing him, and he's sitting there like, oh my God, it's over now. It's finally over. No, bro, you were supposed to die. I just feel like they were coddling the audience, man. The audience likes him or whatever. And they're like, oh, let's not get rid of him. A lot of people I've seen are complaining about the plot holes, but like that's a huge moment, only because it wasn't like this was episodes back. We're talking in the same episode that Will is tapped in. Why would he not die? Elle dying 1000% makes sense. I know Mike's theory, and to some extent, I guess it could be true because those machines were on and she was supposed to be like kind of going through it, and she wouldn't even been able to use her powers if she was actually there. But I'd feel better that Elle died. More so because, like I said in my last video, the way it starts is the way it ends. It started with it started with Elle that made it come to Will. So they have to be the two great sacrifices that end it all. And everybody and their mama is getting a monologue in this show. And I'm not gonna lie, that is what was sending me the entire show. And then the one person that was supposed to get a monologue did not get a monologue. Vecna, Henry, was supposed to get a monologue during his death scene. He absolutely was. Because in this moment, we know that Henry chose to be evil. He wasn't being coerced. He wasn't, he wanted this. On some deeper level, I low-key feel like he didn't want this. He was just made to feel like he wanted it. But, for the sake of the story, he chose evil is what's supposed to happen. He's supposed to give his villain speech. I don't know, and I guess it more so irritated me because Henry's already the best actor in this group right now. For this season, I'm gonna give it to Henry and Lil Henry. They were acting their asses off. And we already had so many monologues. One more wouldn't have hurt. That's just like a personal thing. And then how did it only take them 15 minutes to win against the Mind Flayer? I feel like every other season, it's taking them at least 30 minutes to an hour to give the Mind Flayer the working. So for them to be able to do this in like 15 minutes, I don't know. I just didn't like it only because like y'all took away key fighting time, key strategy for us to get a closing of the characters. And like after they kill Henry, I'm gonna be real. I looked at the clock because I always do like, I do the math before I go to the theater to make sure like, oh, I'm gonna get out by this time. I was like, we got like an hour left. What are we even finna talk about? They're not talking about nothing. They're giving us closure to everybody's lives. And it's like, I don't mind not having closure. If it ensured me a good battle, a good time, a good vibe. I personally feel like the writers were pandering to the audience to give clear closure. And like, we don't care to be giving clear closure. Like, I don't care what their lives ended up being. They could have done like a simple take of Mike kind of narrating what happened in everybody's life because he wrote a book about it or something. You know what I mean? And I know in the thing he was saying he was never going to write the book or whatever, but like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't the ending it was supposed to be. I'm sorry. It really wasn't. I feel like it could have been better and they chose for it not to be because they're pandering. That's just what it is. All right, but yeah, bye Stranger Things. You'll forever be missed. He'll fire forever.